Hello, I'm Bob Marks, and this is Astrology Now. This is the program for people who want to learn about astrology. Today we're going to look at the planet Uranus, the planet of sudden, unexpected changes. Yes, it's now in the sign of Taurus, the sign of stability, but Uranus can be the planet of chaos. What happens when you mix chaos with stability? You get the irresistible force and the immovable object. This is going to turn things upside down for the world, and hey, it already has. Now, the thing is, if you look at some of those superficial forecasts, they say, oh, it's going to affect all Tauruses, all Leos. No, Uranus is only going to go up to the first 2.5 degrees of Taurus. It will only affect the early Tauruses, the ones born April 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. It will only affect the early Scorpios, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of October. The early Aquarians, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of January, and the early Leos, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of July. These are the people who will be affected the most. And the planet Uranus is not going to be moving fast. It's going to go into Taurus. It's going to just sit there, basically, in the first 2 degrees, and then it's going to go back. So it's going to be affecting you for weeks and weeks. What's it going to do to you? If you are any one of those signs, get set for changes. If you're a Taurus, well, Taurus is a sign that normally is pretty steady. Well, all of a sudden, when Uranus hits you, you're going to have an urge to make changes. Uranus can also do something else. If you resist urges to make changes, Uranus can bring the changes for you. Now, be very careful with this Uranus, because at the same time, the planet Mars is going to be entering early Aquarius, and then it's going to go backwards. That means there's a 90-degree angle between Mars and Uranus. That's called a square. It's stressful, and what does Mars and Uranus do? Well, what do they do when they are 90 degrees apart? They make accidents. They increase accident proneness. We're going to see more accidents in the media. Well, that's already happened. That's going to continue. Drive extra carefully. Now, this goes not just for Taurus, but also the early Scorpios, Aquarians, and Leos. Drive carefully. Avoid road rage. Don't rush things in general. And remember, that doesn't just mean physical accidents. It could mean business accidents too. Or you rush into a deal, and then everything falls apart. Go slowly and think before you act. This is very important. Now, if you want to find out further information, you just go to my website, bobmarksastrologer.com, and you could order a chart reading. Remember, even if you're not a Taurus, a Scorpio, Aquarius, or Leo, you may have something early in those signs. And whatever planet you have there will also be affected. Let's say that you have Mars in one of those signs, or one of those degrees. That increases your chance of accidents. So it's best to check everything out. What if you have Venus there? That will increase your chances of something going wrong with relationships. So it's always best to have the whole chart examined to make sure you have nothing getting hit by this combination. And believe me, this is going to continue the chaos we've been having in the world lately. Now, Saturn and Pluto are still going together, traveling. Well, they're still apart, but they're both in the sign of Capricorn. And Saturn is the planet of difficulties, obstacles, and delays. Pluto is the planet of total transformation. Pluto also is the ruler of volcanoes, and Pluto is getting a little bit active now. This is going to again affect the entire world. It certainly affects business. Capricorn is a business sign. And Saturn means, well, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. You pay for past mistakes. And Pluto, well, Pluto just means volcanic eruptions. Everything is looking nice and stable, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the volcano starts getting active. This is going to intensify in the next couple of years. As a matter of fact, by 2020, they're going to be together, and the effect of these two planets in Capricorn is going to increase from now until then. Look for more stories about earthquakes, volcanic eruptions in the news. Not just Hawaii. And remember, a volcanic eruption doesn't necessarily mean something with the volcano. It could mean something political as well. That's for the world. It's also good to make sure to check to make sure that there's no volcanic eruptions in your own personal life. Now, once you have your horoscope in front of you, you can see exactly what's being hit, and you have advanced warning. Every now and then I get a client that says, if you see something bad coming, don't tell me what it is. I don't want to know. And my answer to them is always, if you're driving a car at night, don't turn on the headlights. You may see something nasty in the road. So the whole idea behind astrology, it's like headlights on a car. When you're driving at night, you turn them on and you see what's in the road ahead of you. You still have to drive the car. But, forewarned is forearmed. Well, that's about all we have time for today. Until next time, this is Bob Marks for Astrology Now, saying, may the stars be with you.